what are some of the things like, 15 years old, right? That makes like that's such a crucial time, right? And when you're growing up, like I was telling you, my kids are 15, 16, so I can't like to have that kind of focus, that kind of mindset. Where do you think that came from? Because that's like something like genetic deeper inside you to have that kind of wiring,
No, no.
to focus like that.
Honestly, I don't know where it stems from. I didn't. Uh, my mum and dad split up when I was like 5 years old, so I never seen my dad after that. People say that my dad was quite sportsy and stuff, but I wouldn't know. So I don't really know where it comes from. Obviously, the mindset that I have today in the last 5 years, I didn't have that when I was 15. I wasn't like this crazy strong-minded person, but I was at that age just very competitive. I've always been competitive, even before I started Muay Thai, football, soccer. I just hated losing at everything. Any little competitions, jumping ropes, who can jump the highest, whatever. I just always tried my hardest to be first, and I don't know where that comes from. It's obviously something genetically. I just hated losing, and I loved being first at everything, and that obviously helps me when I transitioned into Muay Thai. Again, don't know where it came from, but then obviously once I became professional, not at 16, 17, because I still at that age wasn't so focused. I was a great fighter and I was training hard in the gym, but I still wasn't doing the right things outside the gym. And then it was when I done it, it's when I quit my job, that's when I started doing everything as a
100%.
proper athlete.
That's quite the story, man. Quite the story. Really, really special. 15 years old, walking into Muay Thai gym. Why do you think? What is it about Muay Thai that made you like this is it?
Like, honestly, if I walked into an MMA gym that day, it could have been that. If I walked into something else, it could have been that. Honestly, when I walked in that day, it was just everything clicked. Everything felt good. I seen the smell, the atmosphere. One guy had just fought like that weekend and he was back in the gym and everybody was around him taking pictures and stuff. And at the time I was like, that's so cool. I want that. So that was it.
I love UFC. I loved all the Japanese, like the K1, the Glories, all those things. But man, I love ONE FC. I love the Muay Thai
With small gloves
with
on.
small gloves on.
It's like
Watching your fights, I was like, oh man,
It's
are
a
you
game
kidding
changer.
me? Are you kidding me? And then of course the MMA, but the jiu-jitsu too, the grappling,
Yeah, they do
the highest level of guys, and it's so international too. Like man, if you from Scotland,
yeah, of course I know. Yeah, they've got the grappling matches in the middle of the shows as well. Um, Mikey Musumeci and the is it the Rotolo
the
brothers?
Tully brothers, yeah,
Yeah, so they actually just fought last week. So
yeah,
they
yeah,
did.
yeah.
So yeah, one championship. They've just brought a different kind of limelight to Muay Thai, which it deserves, in my opinion.
What's that?
Which it deserves.
Yeah.
The light that it's getting now.
Yes, for sure,
It
for
deserves
sure.
because us Thai boxers and athletes who train Muay Thai, we train harder than any guy who's getting paid hundreds of thousands. We train harder than any boxer.
Yeah,
We train harder than any UFC fighter. It's all the same. There's just not enough exposure on us.
exposure, yeah.
And in my opinion, it's a much harder sport than any of them. The striking in Muay Thai is at the highest level, and it takes years and years to perfect that the kind of techniques. Even in the UFC, in my opinion, I love the UFC, but you see all the leg breaks. You see it's because they're not kicking properly, they're not checking properly. The technique isn't crisp the way it is in Muay Thai. Now, obviously, this is coming from a Muay Thai purist, but that's my opinion on it.
Yeah, yeah, right. The guy checking the leg kicks and kicking, right, the way they're kicking.
Exactly, and in the UFC, there's leg breaks all the time. Never happens in Muay Thai because of the technique is perfect.